Are we live right now?
No, you have to hit the live button.
I just did.
Oh, now we should be live.
Are we live?
Yes. Yeah, we are live.
All right.
We're on a little bit of a delay, but we're live.
Well, I guess it works now. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on, guys.
So how is it working? Through your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now, actually. So I guess we're gonna do it like the ghetto way now.
We have how many YouTubers does it take to work Google Hangouts?
You telling me? I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on right now.
Actually,
So
first off, is anybody in there?
Yeah, right. Oh boy, I'm like seeing double view. I've like just so I can kind of see the chat. I have it up on the right here and everything. So we're gonna throw these little guys away.
Oh, okay.
We're doing it the getaway now.
All right.
Can't even see the fish. Nothing. So what's going on? So everybody watching this, today on the channel we have Michael from Green Oasis Farms here. He is a local Long Island guy who moved out to Arizona, started a great company, and I can definitely tell you some more about this as we talk here tonight and everything. So, Michael, you want to give a little introduction?
All right. So you guys may or may not know me already. Michael Eugenio. I am the owner of Green Oasis Farms. And I just want to make sure, am I coming in through clearly for you? I just want to make sure I'm still coming in good. Anthony, are you frozen?
I'm good. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So owner of Green Oasis Farms. I actually have been doing Green Oasis Farms for about 3 years. And we recently opened up a facility in Florida, which a lot of you have seen on Rack Cross's video. He actually came in and he actually made a 4-minute video, but he was filming for hours. He has like tons of footage on that place. So I'm pretty sure he's going to follow up with other videos of the tour on Green Oasis Farm, so you can actually see the facility better. Some of our tanks, some of our koi, a lot of the different betta fish. So yeah, we've been working on some pretty big things. We, as Anthony knows, we do pretty much private order almost every week, and
Yeah.
we allow people to jump in on that. Unfortunately, last time, what did you guys order? A bunch of puffer fish, and they didn't look good. They didn't look good to us, so we didn't send them out. The one thing that's good about our pre-order is we have our fish inspected before they go out, and if they don't look good, we'll just let you know and refund you right away. So always buy with confidence when you're doing our pre-orders, because we will never send you a fish that doesn't look good to us first.
No, dude. I mean, we definitely appreciated that. Me and a bunch of my friends want to put an order in for some really cool puffer fish and everything, and we definitely appreciate you telling us that the fish quality wasn't 10 out of 10. So we definitely didn't want to go ahead and do that. Refund and everything. So everything was great. We definitely do look forward to doing an order with you soon. I also don't think that when I talk, the thing comes on to me. So you might be like the whole show here. Unclick Michael's photo. Do the video switches as you talk. Unclick Michael photo. Let me go back into this. This is probably the most hectic thing ever.
Let's see. Matt's Monster Fish. What's going on? Susan again. Hello. And Peter. Hello.
What's up, Pete?
Yep. Yeah, you have to click on and off. Sometimes it doesn't automatically do it. It just depends on your settings.
All right. Also, guys, this is my first time ever doing this, so
I'm honored to be on your first live stream.
Yes, of course, it has to be this way. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, so.
But that's what makes it fun.
Of course, this is what it just makes it hectic right here. This is we can call this like raw live.
This is just hanging out, man. This is what this is.
Hell yeah, man. This is what it is. I honestly I'm so stumped right now at what the hell I'm even doing.
No, you're fine. I mean, listen, it's only showing me. It's not showing you on there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So obviously we did the pre-order of the puffers. We told you it didn't work out. We refunded you right away before shipping them, because we were never going to ship a fish that looked that bad.
Yeah.
So talking about our next pre-order, what exactly are you looking for? So give the people an idea though of the things you've asked for and the things I've come up with and said, hey, yeah, we've got that, or we didn't. Tell people that the things that are available are things that we can get. Sure. That you were shocked.
Sure, I can go through like our paragraphs and paragraphs of talking of like I'll say to Michael like, "Hey, dude, like, can you get this type of pleco?" And he'll send me a screenshot to the plecos, and then it's like another page. I'm like, "Wait, but what about the next page?" Or like, I'm like, "Well, what kind of arowanas do you have?" And it's like, "Well, we have this type of arowana, we have this type of arowana," and it's always me kind of asking the same types of things. I told Michael, I was like, "Listen, next time we just have. I'm gonna come up with like a Google sheet, send you a screenshot. Those are the standard things I always want. If
And
you
it's
can get
and
them,
he
great."
comes up with some obscure things too. Like if there was a such thing as like a one-footed sheepfish, he'd be like, "Let me get one of those," and I'd be like, "Where are you coming up with these names, man?"
Now, Michael, the real thing is, what I really want from you is, I want you to import an Asian arowana. And
Asian is that even legal to come into the states?
listen, as long as the FBI, CIA, as long as they're not watching, I think we'll be good to go.
I'll tell you what, two Long Island guys bringing in something that's possibly a little sketchy. I don't think it's going to go over well.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You can just go drop it off in Central Park Lake, and then it'll just live the rest of its life there.
Oh, that would look great on us.
No, that we don't need a type of negative.
No negativity like that. No.
No negative publicity. They do say even bad publicity is good publicity.
Hey, listen, that's fine. That's fine. I'm all good. I'm all fine with any type of publicity, but never that. Michael Eugenio from Green Oasis Farms let a monster arowana go in Central Park.
Right?
That's funny.
Let's see if I try this. Actually, I'm trying something new here. Let's see if this works. But yeah, no, it's so crazy talking about like dropping off the like people do that like snakeheads right now in New York City. Like there's literally snakeheads living in like Queens, I think, or Brooklyn, in like a pond there. It's like so insane.
Oh yeah, and those snakeheads can live anywhere. I mean, I had a friend who had a place upstate New York, and we would go fishing there, and the thing was infested with snakeheads. We would lose more freaking lures and hooks just from casting out and the snakeheads biting through the line. Like we'd have to use steel leaders to even keep our stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm kind of getting a little bit into like the fishing world too. It's so funny. Like not this past summer, but 2 summers ago, I started fishing just a little bit, and I actually didn't go at all this past summer, but I heard a lot about the native and like invasive type stuff, and it's so crazy. Like my peacock bass that I have is from
Right.
it's invasive from Florida.
Oh yeah.
So it's like these. It's kind of. I mean, it's kind of cool because you have all these exotic fish living in these like crazy places, but at the same time, it's like, well, the native species there are kind of getting destroyed.
No, tell me peacock bass are not the coolest fish ever, and those things are
Oh,
they get gigantic.
it's insane. It's insane. Matt's monster fish who's in here. And by the way, thanks for being in here, Matt. I kind of told him, I was like, yeah, because my peacock bass right now, he's like 7 or 8 inches right now, and he's in a 125. And I did kind of screw up. I thought I would be able to. Matt's monster fish goes, I love the peacock bass. I told him, I was like, listen, dude, if you want him, he's yours when he gets too big. Because Matt, he had a 500-gallon pond, and now he just got a 1,000-gallon acrylic fish tank. So that's going to be
Whoa,
insane.
what are the dimensions on that? Did he tell you the dimensions?
I think, and Matt, you can put it in the comments, but I believe he said it was like, I think it's either 8 or 10 feet. I'm not too sure, but it's insane. I saw videos of it in photos. It's crazy. He said it's one of like the biggest ones on YouTube right now. So
I have to check that out. Like that sounds amazing.
yeah. It's
Did
really
he
cool.
did he build the tank himself or did he buy it?
No, I think he got it built out.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've actually been tinkering around with building acrylic tanks. I really enjoy building them actually.
Yeah. No, I honestly love to like. I would love to like get into that. Like it's like so insane. Like
So Matt says 10 by 4 by 2.5. Sump is 6 by 3. Wow. That's
wow.
massive. That is massive.
Yeah, that's huge.
I love it though. Go big or go home, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. Like honestly, like I would love to do that one day. Like me and my fiance, we just went to the Long Island Aquarium. I know we spoke about that.
Yeah,
And
tell me about the Long Island Aquarium. Are you
yeah,
impressed or?
it was definitely smaller. I don't want to give away too much just because it's going to be in the video that I post.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I mean, the place has been open for over 10 years. You're not giving away anything. Most people have been there.
Yeah. Well, hey, someone maybe who's not from Long Island, who knows?
Right. True.
The there's a South American tank there that had like crazy when I say a massive silver arowana, like this arowana had to have been at least like 4 feet long and like looked old. Like this looked like a typical like 20-year-old Asian arowana, and it was so insane. And I told Danielle, I'm like, we could have this in our house one day. And
Right.
and I'm like, yeah, look how easy it's like cemented around. We'd be like Joey DIY. I can put a big glass screen here. And she's like, I don't think we're ever gonna have something this big.
Listen, eventually, if you work on her enough, it will. Like my wife was never into this stuff, and then she eventually let me get a 200-gallon acrylic aquarium. And so, if you search Green Oasis Farms enough in Facebook, you might actually find a picture of me inside of the aquarium when I first got it. Like I was doing work and I actually fit inside of the thing. It's literally a cube. It's not like your typical rectangular tank, but it's a cube. It's like 4 foot by 3 foot by. It's not a perfect cube, but it's like 4 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like a massive thing. And I never ever thought I'd be allowed to have one of those in the house. And my wife was all about getting it. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I must have wore you down.
I know. It's those things are like so like it's so crazy. Like when you first like kind of get into the hobby, it's like a 29 gallons big to you. And as you kind of grow and get like the multi-tank syndrome, it's just insane how things get like so. Like you look at I looked at a 55-gallon back in the day, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, "That's a massive tank." Now I look at a 55, and I go, "Who would get that? It's too small."
It's narrow. It's small. I still like them. There's a lot of things I like to do. I don't like them. I mean, don't get me wrong, and nobody take this as a sign of disrespect if that's your main display. That's a perfect display tank, but I don't use them as display tanks. I use them for other things. Like I'll do it with dividers and breeding tanks and things like that. Like especially like with in Green Oasis Farms, we have 55-gallon tanks separated with betta fish. We have literally screen dividers and systems that hold 28 fish in each tank, but we have them heavily filtered and with everything they need. Like those fish are in the cleanest water you'll ever see.
Yeah. Well, so you're bringing up Green Oasis Farms. Let's take it because I would love to get a better understanding of that as well. Because I kind of know that you're located in Arizona.
Yep.
Your brother, Paul, who I do see him in the chat. Paul, shout out to you. I wish I could see your face. I'd give you a nice little salute here, a little fish salute. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about like the functionality, like setup wise, like
right? Okay.
Rack's video from River Life. Took a look at that video. I saw like the outside shot, but I saw a couple other shots. Looked that they were inside. Tell me a little bit about like their area, like what that's going on there, like a little bit more like in depth.
So let's start off from the beginning. The reason why I'm in Arizona and that is in Florida. Okay, so in the beginning, I put up a 10-foot long by 20-foot wide greenhouse. And I had IBC totes, Rubbermaid containers, you name it. I was growing plants out of that. I was growing them submerged, immersed, all kinds of things, all aquarium plants out in Arizona, right? So I had my own set of challenges here because the air is very dry and it's very hot. Like it would get to like 120 something degrees during the day in that greenhouse. And I made cooling systems, all that stuff, and it worked out really well. However, I was just running out of room. I mean, my backyard's only so big. So I went from a 10-foot by 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot. Like it was just massive. Like, and then I just ran out of room altogether. So what we decided was we need a place that we can expand onto. And the 5 acres had come up on a house in Florida. And one of our buddies, who was also a business associate of ours, he decided, I'm going to buy that house and let's do Green Oasis Farms over there. So we decided to go onto that property. And what we did was we set up a 2,500-gallon system for koi and goldfish. Then we have several tanks. We actually have an angel breeding facility that we actually haven't done anything with yet, just kind of letting it go through emotions. We haven't even started selling angel fish or anything, but when we decide that what we're getting is like top notch, which we have in the past, but we had to start from scratch being down in Florida. When we decided that's good, we'll start selling those.
Right.
Then we decided let's carry a lot of other things there too. I mean, but we right now realistically can house probably, I don't know, 20, 30 different species of fish on top of all different size koi, goldfish. We have every plant aquatically you can possibly think of, like under the sun. And where we decided to strategically have this place near a lot of our wholesale suppliers. So when we do these pre-orders and things, we can actually go there in person, look at things before shipping them, or we can hand pick, or I should say cherry pick the best of the best to bring right to our facility. We don't have to let them pick for us and then mail it to us. We could just go pick it up in person. So we decided that was better than just having everything shipped to Arizona and having very limited space for everything. So right now, again, we have 5 acres and we only utilize like probably 10-15% of the property right now.
No, that's great, and that's what's really cool about that is, as obviously the company grows and scales, and as more people find out about Green Oasis Farms, you have more of like the opportunity to go ahead and grow that out and use that extra space and kind of have more of like that stocking. So that's excellent, man. And it's kind of just goes. I know we spoke about this previously, and obviously as a fish channel, we're not going to go super in depth about it,
Right.
but as every business starts off on the ground, and as it goes up, you can only grow and scale from there.
Right. And a lot of things that people need to know is with fish keeping in general, there's a hobby side and then there's the business side. And the business side, though, is very rewarding, could be very ugly at times too. So those are things you got to keep in mind, especially when you want to try to get into an aquatic business.
Yeah.
I don't discourage anybody. I think everybody should do it if they like to. It's just one of those things that has its very unique challenges,
Yeah.
and you have to be able to overcome them. So it's just one of those things. I say anybody who wants to live out their dreams and try to do it, go for it. It's actually very easy when you put your mind to it, but there's a lot of obstacles of getting different licenses, dealing with different types of people. It's just a lot of stuff that goes on. But again, I love it. I love what I do. I love talking to everybody about the types of fish that they want and what type of tanks they want to set up. It's great.
Yeah. No, that's honestly like I found you obviously through. I think we found each other through the Team Green Alliance.
Yeah.
And no, actually, there was like a group chat from that group in the Facebook group, and then I saw you in there, and I saw you say something, and I clicked on you, and I saw that you said like Lindenhurst in there, and I was like, oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
And then we were like, oh, we were talking it up, and I was like, yeah, man, like maybe we can like go to like this fish store and do like a little bit of a collaboration. And you were like, yeah, about that. I'm
Yeah,
actually
I don't live
located in
there anymore.
Arizona now.
Right, which is funny because yeah, my favorite fish store on Long Island was South Shore Tropicals, and the guys who own that place, those are the guys who got me into the hobby.
Yeah,
And what's funny about that is they didn't always own their own store, and this is how I met them because I was 14 years old. I got my first job working at a place called Charlie's Aquarium on Long Island, and I met those guys that they were working there, and then they decided when they were ready to branch off and do their own store, and they've been successful ever since.
yeah. No,
Let's put it this way: I'm 37, and I was 14 when they were just working at that store. That's how long they've been in business for.
yeah, no. South Shore Tropicals is definitely in Nassau County, at least. I would say arguably the best fish store to go to.
Yeah, those guys are definitely the best guys, most helpful, as far as being very open with the community and very transparent. They only sell the best livestock. They will, again, I've been to fish stores where it looks like they just put out anything, but their store is always immaculate. And on top of that, just very, very
Yeah.
reputable. You can get a fish there and guaranteed it's been quarantined
Yep.
and safe for your tank.
And what's so funny, like to kind of get into that, just because I kind of have had like a little bit of a, I don't know. I feel like I've had some crazy experiences recently with like fish stores and stuff. Like I'm not going to say any names of stores because I know in the chat now there are a couple people from Long Island. I saw them. Um, like there are certain stores that I know go through like a whole quarantine process, and the price of their fish are a little bit higher. But like
Right.
I know that like the fish that are in their tanks are higher quality fish. There's another store that gets really rare, high quality. Like, I don't want to say high quality, but they get really rare fish,
Right.
and their business model is turnover. So they just want to
Hmm.
get pump fish in and out, in and out, in and out. And it kind of takes over the liability of them because obviously, if you get 10 fish for the ship bin and all that stuff, you can maybe lose 8. Um,
Hmm.
so it's kind of like they sell for cheap, but a lot of times I get fish from them. It's like a 50% success rate. So I don't know. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa. Alexa's talking to me right now. No, Alexa, no. So yeah, I don't know. That's I just kind of I don't know. I know I'm kind of straying away there, but I just had like a weird experience.
No, you're right. So there's always two different types of fish stores. There's the ones who will quarantine everything, and then there's the ones who turn and burn. And listen, there's really nothing wrong with either one because as a responsible fish keeper, you probably should be quarantining anyway. I'm not saying that every type of fish should be quarantined, but if you have like expensive like discus or something very rare, you're just not going to throw a fish in the tank with those fish. Like you want to make sure it's good. Even if they say they're quarantined, I would still double check. I would still keep that fish under observation. But I mean, if you have like random guppies, and I'm not talking show quality guppies, just random guppy tank, planted aquarium, whatever, something that's kind of, middle of range. You want to throw some more guppies in there? Fine. Like there's really no need unless they were something spectacular where it's hard to get.
Right. No, I completely
But that's
agree.
just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I know that there's certain so there's another store that comes to mind. Is like he does service, and then he kind of always did service and kind of always had fish in his house or like would go to like a pet store and buy them. He recently just got a store himself, and he basically uses it as a quarantine facility to. But if he sells fish in there, great, he sold fish. If not, it's gonna be something he puts in one of his clients' house.
Right. That's the way. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. No, it's really great, and to be honest with you, it's a great store. I mean, again, he's kind of like one of these stores that charges a little bit extra, but you're getting good high quality stuff.
I'm definitely willing. Like as I'm thinking to myself as a hobbyist now. It's been a while since I've been an actual hobbyist, but I would be willing to pay extra for higher quality fish, just in general, because I mean, let's face it, we've all had those great fish that we've gotten, but we know that maybe we shouldn't have bought them. They were a little sketchy from the beginning, and it's like maybe they lasted 2 weeks. We've all been there. We've all done that. There's been things that I've bought, and I'm like, man, I really regret getting that because a week later it was on its deathbed, and
the impulse buys.
Yep, exactly.
It's so funny, like even recently, so I have like a newfound like obsession with like archer fish.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So if anybody could get any archer fish, I'm sorry, I'm like yawning there. I'm like so exhausted right now. I'm sorry, guys. Like archer fish. If I saw an archer fish in a store, and granted, I have 3 right now. I have 3 clouded archer fish in my quarantine tank right now. Like there was a banded archer fish, so that one's a little different. It's brackish. The clouded ones are full freshwater. I saw a sick banded archer fish. I'm sorry, at the pet store that I went to. Like they kind of pump and dump a little bit.
How much were they charging for that archer fish?
So I called around Long Island and a lot of prices on banded archer fish because I wanted to confirm. The price on the banded archer fish typically is like anywhere between $12 to $20 in Long Island. This guy was $5.99, or if you bought 3, it was like $15.
Okay, that's really interesting.
I know, it's like ridiculous. It's like really cheap. I don't know how he does it, but
he's like, I breed archer fish in my bathtub. Come on now.
Do you really?
No, no.
I didn't think bathtub, but maybe you really do breed archerfish. I think it is possible to breed.
No, I don't. I'm sure it is. If somebody out there knows how to breed them, let me know. But we could get archerfish. Just depends on if I don't know if they're seasonal or whatnot. But sometimes I see them on the list, and then months go by, I don't see them, and then they're on the list again. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I know. It's. I feel like a lot of things are seasonal, and like I don't know, like datinoids are like another thing that like you see sometimes. Like you'll see them in pet stores, like left and right.
Right, and then they're missing for a while.
And then they're missing. Yeah, I know. So it's like I don't know. I there's always like one other thing, like Michael, epistogrammas, please.
Oh, right.
Do you see them a lot or no?
Yes.
Long
Yes.
Island, if you see them in a pet store,
Uh-huh.
you might as well see a black arowana. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, epistogramas in Long Island are like ridiculous. What's up, Claire? How you doing?
I did a group order of epistogrammas for a fish club out here not that long ago, and I mean, they find them. I mean, they can get them locally, but I was just able to get a much better price for them.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, if I think I have 3 videos of me doing an unboxing of wild fish from Florida.
Right.
One of my subscribers, his name is Craig. He kind of just, I don't know if this was legal or not, but he kind of catches fish and stuff, and sometimes he'll send them up to me.
Right.
The He literally says to me like epistogramas at his like pet at his fish club are literally like how I would look at like Bolivian rams. Like if you go into any pet store, you could probably see a Bolivian ram.
Right.
Like I don't understand how people like epistogramas by him are like $6. Where like a pair of epistogramas here was like $45 in another store, and they were like this big. Well, you can't see my hand, but
Yeah.
it's like tiny.
Just supply. It's supply and demand. It's the old
crazy.
business model. If everybody wants it and there's not a big supply of them, of course the price is going to be higher. It just depends. We see that a lot with and we do a lot of betta fish, depending on the betta fish, platinum betta fish. Sometimes we're able to get them all the time, sometimes not so much. And then when we're running low on betta fish that are platinums, people are like willing to pay obscene amounts of money for them.
Yeah.
I've had people, and I didn't sell it for this price, but I've had people offer me upwards of $100 for one platinum betta fish.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's so crazy you say that. Like I was thinking the other day because I have a friend who wants a albino arowana, and I was thinking because I've seen a lot of like platinums, and I go, what is the difference between albino arowanas or like albino fish?
Right. And
Platinum
platinums,
fish.
platinums are pure white. Albinos can be more like transparent or pinkish. Their eyes are usually like a reddish tint.
Yeah.
That's the difference right there. Like platinums are a pure white fish.
I'm saying like genetically though,
Oh, genetically, it's just the pigment. It's just definitely just the pigments of the skin. Because again, just to get that pure, like that's what platinums are rarer in my opinion. I see a lot more albino options than platinum options out there in every fish.
Yeah. No, that's why like here's what I don't understand. Like, is it like an albino fish? Is it like almost like a defect almost genetically?
Same thing with platinum. In a sense, yes, because think about how long that fish would last in the wild. Everybody can spot it.
That is true.
So it is a defect when it comes to surviving in the wild. It's not a defect for us hobbyists, though. That's for sure.
You know what's crazy, Michael? You said that you're spot on. How long would a platinum fish, unless it's a predator, if you had like a platinum gar,
right,
or like a platinum red-tailed
catfish.
But
all right, but here I'm gonna turn it around on you. You got a platinum gar. Guess what? He's platinum, and there's birds above him that can see him all the time.
That's true, but gar also can get to be like 8 feet.
That's true. Well, it could be an alligator that can see him.
All right. Maybe you're onto something here. Let's see here. I'm just looking through some of the comments. Albinos have reddish eyes. Yep. Platinums do not usually have red eyes. Yeah, people are kind of just confirming what you said about the red eyes and stuff. I always knew that about the red eyes. Obviously, the platinums. I also feel. About the albinos. I also feel like albinos, comparative to platinums, are a little bit more like yellowish in color.
Yeah. Oh, did I say platinums had red eyes? I meant albinos have red eyes.
Yeah, I think I just screwed up there and said that.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, platinums don't have red. It's their albinos that have red.
Yeah.
Even when you go to the pet store and you get albino mice, they got red eyes.
Yeah. But then I always think, like, how come, like, I feel like a lot of fish are albino. Like, there are albino species of them. But then there's also, like, certain species that aren't platinum.
Right. I mean, it's just the traits, and
yeah,
it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm not big into like the genealogy of these things. However, I can tell you that to get yourself like an ultra platinum betta, it takes years and years and years of breeding to get there. Like that's why they're so expensive, because I know one guy who has like literally, and he's in Southeast Asia. He has the best platinums you'll ever see, and his fish are literally passed down from like 2 generations to get to that particular
Yeah.
color of platinum. That's spot on white.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. That's so insane. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that, obviously, in like the breeding of like certain fish to like kind of bring them to quote unquote market.
Right.
I try to get like the absolute perfect species to like breed together and like have them breed. But like one thing I'm always worried about, I guess, just because in my own like trying to get my own fish to breed is like the inbreeding. So like the pistogrammas, I have them trying to get to breed. Like I hope they're not like technically brother and sister because I hope they have like good fry, you know.
Right. Right. Well, if you're going to try to breed stuff like that, you really want to get it from 2 different sources, like just as far away as possible, because you just never know when they're close together like that. You could be getting something from the same, the same birth, and now you have fish that are so genetically close to each other that your offspring may be slightly off.
Yeah. Damn.
But again, epistogrammas, I mean, you have a lot to work with to get them even in the mood to breed. There's a lot of stuff. Like, what have you done to prepare for them to get the breeding going?
Michael, are you telling me you haven't seen my last video of my unboxing of Canada Aquatics?
Well, no, I didn't watch the
I'm
video.
only kidding.
No, listen, I didn't watch the video only because there's like literally 50 videos on my playlist to watch, and that's literally one of them. I have a lot of videos that I gotta watch, man, to catch up. When
I
you
know.
when you have a 3-year-old running around the house, you can't just watch all the videos as they come out.
No, I hear you, dude. I've been subscribing to a lot more channels than I usually do,
Right.
so I completely see what you're saying. Like I'm like, wait a second. Like even with someone like Joey DIY, who was like my go-to like YouTube channel, I always like, other than him and like maybe 2 other channels, like I didn't subscribe to any fish channels. Now
Right.
like getting into like YouTube world, like finding all these other YouTube channels, I'm like, oh, let me subscribe.
I love subscribing to new YouTube fish channels and whatever. I mean, I'll subscribe to a lot of different stuff. Like I'm really into tech stuff and DIY, like anything. But the fish channels and just in general, because I love getting ideas from other people. I really do. Like
Yeah.
there's only so much I can come up with in my own head, and I see somebody else that does something slightly different than me, and I'm like, wow, you know what? That's a great idea. I love it.
I completely agree. I feel like my channel, like when I first started off, like if you look at some of my old videos, like they're bad. Like they're not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's like I kind of just saw one channel and kind of like almost like recreated that.
Right.
But now I'm like a blend of like a bunch of different channels, you know?
Right, right. Well, there's a couple of different types of YouTubers out there. There's people who are big personalities, people who are just straightforward and tell you exactly what they're doing. There's people that, there's actually people out there that like the drama. I've subscribed to a couple of those people. They love the drama.
Yeah.
They prefer arguing.
I know yeah. I have no problem getting into that if you
I
want.
don't mind. Listen, I don't mind it at all. That's not the kind of channel I want, though, for myself. I don't want to be like, okay, who am I arguing with today, and who am I going to make a rant video about tomorrow? But I do appreciate those because sometimes you need it to be like, oh, you know what? I need a good laugh. Let me see this rant video.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it's, I don't know. There was a lot of pretty public drama that went down with like, not saying any names, but a big channel. Arguably the biggest, had a couple of haters.
Right.
And
That's how you know you've made it, when you have haters. That's really
true.
It comes down to.
It's true. Some of my YouTube friends have already gotten some haters and stuff that are a little bit bigger than me.
Right.
But of course, I mean, if you have haters, I'm quoting you from the other day. If you got haters, you're doing something right.
That's right. That's right.
So I mean, I guess the goal in life is to have some haters. I mean, this video has 1 dislike.
That happened before the video even started.
Oh,
so I was like, that's a pure hater right there. Like I don't like you that much. I'm not even gonna watch it yet, and I'm gonna dislike it. So congratulations, you made it, or I've made it. One or the other. Somebody either hates you or me.
SC Fish Keeping, aka Zach, goes, Long Island Fish Guy is one of my haters. Every video I post, he dislikes it immediately. I would just like to say that is not true. I don't dislike it immediately. Typically, I wait to the middle of the video to smash the dislike button.
Just the middle, right? Or maybe 3/4 of the way through. But here's the thing, though. So Rack Cross did that video, and we had like, he had like the most dislikes I've ever seen on a video. And I was like, why are people disliking this? And actually, a lot of people were saying that it was just too short, right? It was just too short. But I thought he did a great job as an introduction video. I really enjoyed his video. But dislikes and to likes, it doesn't matter on YouTube. It's still an interaction. And YouTube actually, and I'm not even just saying this to make anybody feel better about dislikes, because dislikes still piss me off when I see them, even though I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But dislikes and likes, they all count as in one interaction. Doesn't matter. The YouTube doesn't look at it as bad or good. They just say, okay, this one has a lot of interaction, so I'm going to share that more. So the best thing you can do, when you're getting dislikes, is just make sure there's a lot of engagement as well in the chat. So like when people are leaving messages and stuff, that's even more interactions. The more interactions you have, the more your video is going to be shared by YouTube. And that's really the common goal. So it doesn't really matter how many likes or dislikes you get. If somebody leaves you a dislike, they're actually doing you a favor if they want to do
That's
that.
true. I feel like a lot of, when I first started watching like YouTube videos on YouTube, a lot of the first videos I used to watch, actually, just because I'm not necessarily anti this, I just don't do it because of like health reasons for the fish. But like, for some reason, I don't know if this is like a weird, I don't want to do this anymore, but like a weird like death thing of mine. Like I used to watch like live feeding videos a lot, because when I was first watching a lot of like cool fish, like seeing like a wolffish going hunting for like other fish, I was like, wow. I'm like, as a fish is dying and stuff and getting, it's getting eaten. It was very cool to see the interaction. I was like obsessed with these videos. I would like constantly go through and watch these like live feeding videos. And some of these videos had like close to 1 million views, or like a lot of hundreds of thousands of views.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they had significantly more dislikes than likes. So
yeah, because YouTube looks at it all the same.
Yeah. Yep. So it definitely makes sense about what you're saying. But I mean, I know the video is about, I don't know what happened there. I know that the video is about, obviously Green Oasis.
Right.
But I don't know, dude, like that.
I mean, we talked about how we are charitable. We give stuff away for free, things we're working on. And yeah, honestly, like, again, if people dislike that, that's fine. I'm still going to give away stuff for free.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna grow, and I'm still gonna do what I could to educate people. Now, again, I'm not a master by any means. I'm not a marine biologist or anything like that. If I'm wrong, people can correct me and say, hey, you know what, you're wrong, and I'll give them all the credit for giving me the right advice. I will never argue with somebody if they tell me I'm wrong. If they tell me I'm wrong, I'll look it up, and if I don't agree, I'll say, hey, I just looked this up, I don't agree. But I'll never make an argument. I will never ever go at somebody who tells me I'm wrong in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
At all.
No, I feel like the dislikes had nothing to do with you specifically, so that's good.
I would hope not, but in racks, I still felt it was a very good video and didn't deserve the amount of dislikes that it got. But we did get a ton of likes though. We got a ton of likes on that video too, and a lot of interaction in the comments. But yeah, he didn't deserve all the dislikes. He definitely put in work, and I'm telling you, he has a lot of footage. He definitely could be making other videos based upon the footage he got.
Yeah, maybe he'll do like a follow-up video. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, and we're waiting for other people to be like, hey, I'm going to be out in Florida. Can I meet up with you guys? We will be more than happy to schedule a time, because we're only by appointment at this point, but we'd be more than happy to schedule a time for people to come and do walkthroughs. That goes for anybody who wants to.
Hey, that'd be cool, man. Where are you located again in Florida?
We're in Ruskin, Florida.
Wow. I mean, I have my boy Craig. I don't know if he's in here right now, but he's from not Dayton Beach. Coral Gables.
Okay. I'm not, you know what? Paul would be more familiar on how far it is from there, but I can tell you that, again, if anybody says, hey, I'm going to be driving 8 hours to come see you, when's the best time to come see? Paul will make the time to make sure that he's there to film it, whoever wants to come and film. But I mean, I'm looking forward to getting down there too. I might be heading down there with a couple of people to film as well. I'm a busy guy being a dad, and it's just insane. Like, just to try to get away sometimes. Not to mention, I don't know, a lot of people know about this. Some people don't, that follow me or are friends with me on Facebook. I have some pretty big disabilities. I was in a severe car accident back in 2017. I have 4 herniated discs in my neck, 4 in my back. I actually have to have neck surgery. I also need surgery on both of my hands. I have no feeling in both of my hands. I have very limited feeling, I should say. Right hand, pretty much nothing. Left hand, I have some feeling. So I'm very limited in a lot of things that I can do.
Yeah, no, that's
And a lot of people don't know that because when they look at me, they don't see an injured person.
yeah, no, that's. I mean, obviously, it's really unfortunate and everything. Um, but it's, definitely try to make it down there. That'd be cool. Obviously, seeing
Listen, I'll be down there for sure. I mean, we have a fresh new project starting up right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail with it, but I teamed up with Green Oasis Farms, teamed up with my aquarium box, and we decided to come up with a company named Better Oasis, which we actually announced at the Aquatic Experience this past year, and it still has not officially launched yet. We are literally receiving all our supplies this week and next week, and then there will be an official launch and announcement and all that stuff. But I will definitely be down there at some point because this is a huge project that's going to change the way everybody buys betta fish in general. And I'm really excited about it. And I hope to go into more detail with you on a future video with that. And I know there's been people that I've reached out to recently to do some special projects with me with that as well. And we'll definitely all get that going. I know some of you guys are actually in the chat. So
no, that's that, dude. I know. Again, we spoke about this before, but like that's huge. Like what's coming up, with your company and your partnerships that you're creating, like massive things are in the horizon. Potential major game changers for our hobby here in the United States. Who knows if it'll even go on an international level? So, I'm excited. I think everyone else will get really, excited after they find out more about what's going to be happening.
oh my God, it's so hard to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
Actually, it's funny because right before the aquatic experience, like I knew all this information, and I'm like, oh, I got to tell somebody, but I can't. Like we were going through legal documents and everything. I'm like, I can't say anything because I'm going to get sued. So,
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Cool. So, I mean, talking about like AE, are you thinking about going this year?
I will definitely be there. Whether or not it's going to be under Better Oasis or it's going to be my aquarium box or even Green Oasis Farm. Like my aquarium box will definitely be there and I will definitely be there with them. But Green Oasis Farms may have its own booth, or it could be Better Oasis with Green Oasis Farms with on the booth next to my aquarium box. So either way, I will be there. It will be in New Jersey again this year. So Mr. Long Island Fish Guy better be showing up to Aquatic Experience and saying hi and hanging out.
You know the dates of it?
You know what? I did note them off the top of my head. I don't know if somebody knows it in the chat box. Just put it in there. It's definitely in. I want to say October.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to
what
say
I was
it's.
gonna say.
Yeah, I think because it was October, I believe this year. But I'm not sure if it's more in the middle of the month because this past year was the end. So
Yeah,
I gotta figure that out. So if anybody knows those dates, could you please put it in the chat box? If not, I'm sure I'll find out again soon, and I'll just message everybody to remind
yeah,
them to go. I'd like to see. I know Susan. I'd like to see Susan this year go to the aquatic experience. She was supposed to go last year, and she didn't get to go.
yeah.
My birthday's in October too. I'm October 4th.
Oh wow.
So
My
I
brother
was.
was October 4th.
Oh really? Only the smartest and best looking people are born on October 4th. So.
Oh wow. I guess July 12th they just made ugly people.
Yeah, July 12th is you're okay, type of.
Yeah, that so ugly they don't even want to show my face on YouTube anymore.
You know what? It's not switching over to you at all. I don't know what I don't know what happened there, but you're definitely not coming in on the live chat, especially on my end.
It's all right. To be honest with you, I'm not even feeling that great right now, so it's
Oh,
okay.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really run down and stuff.
Oh man.
I've been doing so much like regular work, fish work. Like there's so much going on right now.
Right.
I'm engaged or doing wedding planning and stuff.
When is the wedding?
It's next. That's the thing I wanted to find out about AE was because it's my wedding's in early November.
Okay, it'll definitely be like mid-October. So, and it's not that. I mean, it's not that far of a drive from Long Island at all.
No, no, no. It's like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
In
So
fact, I got to see my parents over there. They actually came and drove to say hello because they don't get to see me every day in the East Coast.
yeah. No, that's great. Where do you stay? Do you stay in New York or do you go to Jersey?
No, we did a hotel in Jersey.
All right, cool.
which is funny because actually a funny story about that. And we, so me and Greg Jones, we were sharing a room, me and him, and in the middle of the night, the the bathroom just started overflowing for no reason. And we shut off the valve to the water and it just still kept going, right?
Yeah.
And we called the front desk and the guy's like, so
Oh wow.
and we're like, the room is flooding and there's nothing that we can do about it. Can you maybe bring a plunger up? Maybe it's clogged. And the guy's like, there's no plunger in the whole hotel. We're like, there's no plunger in the whole hotel. And Greg is like, listen, there is a freaking Walmart right up the street. Get a
That's
plunger
crazy.
and bring it up here. Otherwise, this whole place is going to be flooded. So, needless to say, they ended up moving us and still didn't get a plunger. And there was like a huge flood because they literally this. I don't know if the guy just didn't care or what, but like didn't help us out. That there was literally, I'm talking, it was like your worst nightmare ever. There was gallons and gallons and gallons of water everywhere.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? At what is it? The Ohio Matt's Monster Fish went. It's the Ohio something. It's the Ohio.
Ohio Fish Rescue.
No, no, no. It's the trade show there for.
Oh, the trade show. Trade show. Okay.
I don't know. The name's not coming to my mind right now, but he went there and they in the hotel rooms. There were like all these fish tanks, and he like bought fish like outside of like inside of a like hotel room and stuff. And it's like I was thinking like, what if one of these tanks like broke and like just flooded out the hotel room? Like it kind of coincides with like the there it goes, the Ohio Cichlid
So
Association.
okay, gotcha.
So yeah, like that's crazy, man. Like listen, you get a hotel in New York, you don't know if you're gonna have flooding. You could have cockroaches. You could have bed bugs.
Right, right. And then the people there don't care. They're just like, so.
Exactly. Hey, I actually used to be an exterminator in college, so
Oh, really?
little word to the wise: if you're staying in a shady hotel, check for bed bugs before you stay there.
Oh man.
You know
Yeah, I
what's
don't. I
crazy?
don't.
Like my not my fiance. Don't hopefully she's not watching this. But me and my old girlfriend used to go back in college. We used to go. Like if we stayed in a hotel room. I always used to be. She would not get in like go to sleep or anything like that until I checked the bed for bed bugs. It's
Wow.
we all have our kind of crazy jobs we had in the past and stuff.
So is that the craziest job you ever had?
I was actually a fraud investigator for a credit card company.
So was I. I did for Bank of America for a while.
Oh wow! I'm not going to say the name because it's the worst company ever, but I was actually it's the world's or maybe the United States largest privately owned credit card servicing company.
Okay.
And we had literally probably like 8 different clients, and so I dealt with like literally major uh like banks and stuff, and I did like fraud for them. And it was you talk to some crazy people, man. It's just
Oh yeah.
it's great. I mean,
Who,
I
who
worked.
is? Did you any ever get any celebrities on the phone? Because
Oh
I
yeah,
got
oh yeah,
I got one.
oh yeah. I've spoken to a lot of celebrities before. Well, I mean, we're kind of getting away from fish, and
Yeah.
I think this is okay. I feel like a lot of people want to find out who we really are and stuff. Like I'm like the king of odd jobs. So like I first started working at the age of 16 for a grocery store. I was like a cashier. I was in customer service. Then I worked for the exterminator. I was making like $20 an hour off the books. Like it was perfect.
Right.
Then I graduated college, and I actually worked for a television network, working in advertising sales.
Oh wow.
And I met like celebrities and stuff, and like I was living the life, like fresh out of college, like going to like like crazy parties and stuff. And I was in Manhattan, and I kind of just got sick and tired of like the commute and stuff. And to be transparent, like I had like really bad anxiety about like the city and everything. Like it was a whole big thing, and like that's what's cool. Like I kind of wanted to make a video as like the channel maybe grew about like what the fish keeping hobby is like done for like my own personal life.
Oh yeah.
Um,
No, that's one of my next videos of why I actually do it.
yeah, it's honestly like I remember when I was younger, um, someone told me when I was a kid, because my fish keeping journey, I was kind of like, my dad, we spoke about this. My dad, we had I'm looking at my 29 gallon right now as I say this. I had an Oscar in like a 29 gallon tank, and I had a bunch of like massive stocking issues inside of a tank when I was like 12.
Right.
And I remember an older person told me once, like, "Oh, fish tanks are very good for you. They're very therapeutic. They ease your mind. There's a lot of things." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I just like my Oscar. Throw some goldfish in there." And now it's like, a little bit later on in life, I kind of got it. It's kind of like, that's what it does. It's great, But then from the city, I actually was unemployed for 10 months. That's when I actually went and got the job for the fraud investigator. And now I actually work for the past year and a half. I work for an accounting firm
Okay.
doing sales and marketing for them. And honestly, I love it. It's like Google, Facebook type vibe. It's really great.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's kind
That's
of like
excellent.
a 20,000-foot overview of what the hell I do.
Well, yeah, that's great. Listen, and I mean, eventually, you never know. You might even change that up and do advertising for Green Oasis Farms or Better
Yeah,
Oasis at some point, right?
hell yeah. Listen, man, I'm all about branching out and doing a lot of stuff. So I'm down to do anything. Or you know what? I could be the next Joey DIY. Who knows?
Yeah, listen. I mean, anybody can do it. It just depends if you get that one video that brings in the millions of views and millions of people that come in and follow. I mean, he
Yeah,
was at the right time, making the right content. I mean, nobody was really doing all those DIY videos. I mean, people were, but not at the caliber level that he was doing that at the time, and that's what brought on all the
yeah.
people.
Well, to be honest with you, like, I know we kind of keep going to like the YouTube realm, but I think like Paul Cafaro, for example, like I know that he's not like a common person that like for some reason I feel like I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the comment section says here, but like Paul Cafaro is a guy that is 15 years old, started recording on his cell phone, like how I do right now, and I remember following Paul Cafaro at like I'm not even saying this to make it sound like I got into the ground floor, but like maybe like 50,000 subscribers, and his way of and it kind of coincides with like who I kind of mirrored my YouTube channel off the beginning. The see fish keeping goes.
Yeah,
This
I see
whole
it's a
stream is
job
busy.
interview.
It's just a cover for a job interview. Hey,
We're gonna have to pass.
yeah. Um, so no, Paul Cafaro, like I look at his videos now, and I'm all about analytics and stuff about like YouTube.
Right.
Joey DIY is getting about 20. This is a massive number. If I got
Right.
this overnight, I would be thrilled. He gets about 20,000 subscribers per month right now.
Right.
Paul Cafaro, the last time I looked, is getting about 120,000 subscribers per month.
Whoa. Whoa.
So, I mean, that just coincides with like where, like, it's not. He does not do Joey DIY content. He doesn't do
No.
Rachel Leary content. He doesn't do any of that stuff. Like,
Right.
he's a kid, literally a kid. He's 15. He just bought a house. Like,
Listen, I don't know how he doesn't fold under the pressure though. I'm telling you, because I'll be honest with you. Listen, we all want those crazy numbers and whatever, but truth of the matter is now they're all great. They're all great people. Listen, I met them. I know them personally. I was at Aquatic Experience again, and we were out about, and we got a phone call from Rachel O'Leary, come meet me and Joey here. We met up with Joey, and Joey was just, chilling, but Joey was also talking about it's tough when you're in his spot. Everybody seems to be, out to get you at some point. And on top of that, you don't know who's really your friend, who's not. I mean, again, I think Joey's a really good guy. A lot of people have different opinions. I just happen to know him more on a personal level than some other people do. But I can tell you that at the end of the day, he's just a normal human being like all of us, and those things bother him just as much as everybody else does.
yeah, no, I agree. And, Michael, I do want to make an announcement here to everybody here who's watching. I do talk to Joey as well. We talk on Instagram. I ask him questions sometimes. Sometimes he sees them. Sometimes he responds. Other times he ignores me. I'm thinking about inviting him to my wedding. He
Joey's gonna
might,
be your best man.
he may or don't ruin the announcement. I do plan on making him my best man if he does show up.
Just throw your real best man out of the way. Joey's here. You're out. You're
Yeah,
out.
Joey, Rachel Leary, she's gonna be there. She's gonna be the
Right.
maid of honor. Her daughters are gonna be the flower girls. It's gonna
Okay.
be
Cool.
a really, I'm taking Fish Fam to the next level.
Yeah. Well, let me tell. I'm telling you though, I've met them in real life. I know them as real people, and Rachel is a beautiful person. Really nice. Really knowledgeable. And Joey's a good guy. Again, for anybody, I know a lot of people attack, but sometimes they attack because they don't know the actual human being behind the content, or they
Yeah,
think that they're purposely ignoring them, or maybe Joey made a rude comment or whatever. Because Joey will be the first one to admit it. He always says it. He goes, I don't have a filter. If somebody comes at me, I'm just going to say something back, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But
so before we continue with this, I just want to point out that Susan from SLC Aquatics just referred to Paul Cafaro as a teenage hottie.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I do just want to point that out for Susan there.
All right,
Paul,
Susan.
I honestly, well, first of all, I see that. I don't know Joey personally. I've never met him in my life, but what I did see when that stuff went down with all the drama, I did see his Instagram story, and
Yeah.
that was literally probably the most savage fish story I have ever seen. Like, it's so many people saw that and were so turned off by him.
Right.
I saw that and I was like, I looked at him almost like a Conor McGregor.
Right.
Where it's like, yo, you're gonna talk shit. You're coming at the king.
Yo, let me tell you something. Joey will throw down. Don't mistake. Yeah. Joey will throw down. Joey will throw.
Please. After the video that he made about and by the way, I have to go right now, guys. If you are joining this chat right now, this is Michael from Green Oasis Farms. Good. I'm like walking around my house right now because I'm on my phone.
I don't know if you guys can see him, but I definitely see him walking around right now.
Oh, you can see me this whole time. I've been like moving around because
I can see you. I don't know if they can see you.
I don't know, but I had some connection issues, so I'm like on my phone, and now my phone's on 10% because it's super hot because I'm doing 36 million things on them. And if you do subscribe to my channel and check out a lot of my live streams, I walk around my house while I live stream because I have all these different tanks and stuff around my house, so it's good. So now we're in my room. How many Q&As do you have where you have someone walking around their house while they're doing the Q&A?
Just touring around your whole house, yeah.
But yeah, after Joey made that video about like his past and his everything,
right?
Guarantee no one's making hate videos about him anymore.
Listen, you got to respect the guy. He had some tough upbringing. Not upbringing, but tough just in general. It sounded like he went through a lot, and fish keeping definitely did good for him. I mean, the guy literally makes a great living doing what he loves. And what's even more interesting is he doesn't really sell anything. He's just Joey, and that's how he makes his money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a YouTuber who some people in the chat will know who I'm talking about, who I actually like his content and stuff. He kind of like talks shit about the revenue he made on YouTube and stuff, basically being like, yeah, well, I'm not profitable on this, so I don't know. Some people, I don't know.
Well, listen, the truth of the matter is there's really not a lot of money in YouTube unless you're at those million marks. Like if you're on like a 1 million subscriber mark, like even at like a couple hundred thousand subscribers, like you're not really making a great living at it. I mean, you probably can get by with maybe it's like part-time income, but you're not supporting a family, a household on that kind of money.
Yeah, someone told me like if you're starting up an aquarium YouTube channel to make money, you're in the wrong channel.
Unless listen, this is the reason, the God honest truth. The reason why I continue on with my YouTube channel is let more people know about my business. Honestly, I really do like people showing them the DIY projects and stuff that I do. I do tons of DIY projects on my channel, but this is for anybody who wants to take this as advice. You don't have to, but if you really love YouTube and you really love fish keeping, start a business doing that and use that as a channel of just advertisement, because the YouTube revenue is not gonna cut it.
You mean to tell me that you can't survive off making $5 a month?
Right, $5 a month. It's sounds like a lot of money, but it really doesn't go that far.
What is that? $60 a year? Come on, that could get you like a new like light for your fish tank.
I might replace a bulb.
I know. To be honest with you, like I noticed like a lot of smaller channels, like they're like rushing to like get the 1,000 subscribers. Like
Yeah,
they don't realize that you also have to like get the 4,000 hours of watch time. So like, there's a lot of people like, oh, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It's like, well, who cares? You could have 1 million subscribers, but if no one's watching your channel, then who cares?
it's all about how many minutes are being watched every month and the retention and all that good stuff. Because remember, YouTube is getting paid for advertising, and they don't want to advertise on channels that are getting 30 seconds of watch time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I will say this though. I mean, some of my videos, like my older stuff, like
Mhm.
I notice now, like they're hitting all of a sudden. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but they were like dead for a little
snowball,
bit.
right?
No, they were dead, like literally dead. Like
Yeah,
I posted them, let's say, a year and a half ago, and they got, let's say, 40 views. They got 0 views for like literally like 8 months. Maybe in 8 months I got 4 clicks.
and a
Now,
couple of them with your cousins and neighbors. They're like, oh yeah, and then
yeah,
they're like, by the way,
exactly,
I just liked your video.
exactly. Now I have videos. I don't know if it's because I'm posting more or I'm being more engaging or what, but like those videos now, I'm
Mhm.
getting like 15 to 20 views a day on those videos.
Right.
So I'm not sure what's going on with my channel. Hopefully, this is the start of something good, but we'll see what
Well,
happens.
I've noticed the more interaction you have on social media in general. So like if you interact a lot on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, that stuff all translates back into your YouTube channel. People start finding you more. It's like, oh, this is the guy that always talks about this in this particular chat group or whatever. And then next thing you know, they're subscribed to you, and then they're watching it, and then they're sharing it with other people in that group. Hey, this guy's in our group and he makes great videos. Check it out. Like I can tell you, for example, that's pretty much what I see with my own personal channel.
Yeah,
And but when I go silent, like because I get really busy, like with normal life stuff, I go silent. My channel takes a huge hit,
yeah. Do you lose
and not even
subscribers
like
or
I'm
just
not even talking silent on YouTube. Like I can consistently make videos, but when I'm not really interactive with people on social media networks, a lot of people stop watching the videos.
yeah? No, that's it's there's a lot that goes into YouTube. Um, it's I don't know. I feel like also like I try to find a happy medium because like I like to keep my main focus. Like I go through like highs and lows. So like certain times like I'll like be really focused on like my fish tanks and like my fish, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel too. And then other times I'm so focused on YouTube where I'm like, oh wait, the fish still need me to like do water changes and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I see that frequently. I think I can't remember. It was like Scott. Um, is it the king and queen of cichlids? He had put that he thought about quitting
Yeah,
YouTube because his tanks were taking a hit, and I see that a lot. And it's true. It's like you got to find that medium. It's like where are my tanks doing their best, and when is my content its best? Because when my content's doing great, maybe my tanks aren't doing so good. You always have to find that medium.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yep,
it's
king and
tough.
queen cichlids, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like scale up right now. Typically, I post like I used to post new content every Sunday. Now I'm trying to get into. Now I'm trying to get to doing two. Sorry, guys. I'm like dying out over here. I apologize. Um, I try to do now like 2 videos a day. I'm sorry, 2 videos a week, and try to squeeze in maybe like a live stream.
Right.
Um, but we'll see. I mean, I definitely it's working out well for me right now. I've only been doing this for like 2 weeks, and I've already seen like a pretty decent uptick. But it's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it.
So yeah, I was gonna say I think YouTube, and it's don't quote me on this, but YouTube you do the best when YouTube will start really pushing you out to other people is if you're consistently putting out 3 or more videos a week.
Oh wow.
So I've been told if I want to be successful at YouTube, I really need to get back on like a Sunday, Tuesday, Friday schedule, like kind of like almost like an every other day to every couple of days, but make sure there's like 3 videos within that running week. And that's at the minimum, because like if you put out like 1 or 2 videos a week, it literally does not recognize you and does not start sending you to other people's direction for, like, oh, you suggesting you. So
Yeah.
and honestly, I'll be honest with you, I tried that for a couple of weeks and it worked out amazing. I gained more subscribers, my views went up, watch time went up, and then I didn't do it anymore and they went right back down. So
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna start making like 5 or 6 like 30-second videos and just posting them up on YouTube.
like what, like how-to videos, or just like
Like, hey guys, this is just a video, so I get more subscribers. Bye, everybody.
it's like, oh, I just want to let you see what I'm working on today. Here, I'm feeding my fish. Have a great day. Comment, rate, and subscribe.
Yeah. Put it in the comment section below. And
Don't forget to smash that like button.
and also, this is where I typically would beg for subscribers. So please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me.
Yep, that's it. The whole video. Actually, I watched the video the other day and I was almost compelled to write a comment. It wasn't a fish video, but the person's intro was longer than the entire video.
That's terrible.
It wasn't a fish video, so it was nobody that is in this community. But I'm like, real. The video is 3 minutes long, and the intro is 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
That's terrible. My if you want to see some bad videos like that, go watch my older videos. Like, my videos were probably like 12 minutes long, and my outro was maybe like 3 minutes.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, be sure to subscribe. I got a lot going on. I got a tank over here. It's doing this. So, you're definitely going to want to see that. And I also have a 125. It's cool. I have an Oscar in there. He's cool. Don't miss that. Like, it's crazy how like we evolve and stuff, and as we grow.
Yeah, we get more comfortable, and I think the comfort level not only comes from just the practice, but just getting to know everybody in the community. And you're like, this is such a small community, so like these are just like my friends watching the videos, even if it's not like people you really know. You're like, oh, this person's definitely watching my videos.
Yeah.
Or my favorite was when I was I'm a small channel still, but I literally had like less than 500 subscribers at the time. Like I was probably at like 350 subscribers, and there was a really big channel that were literally putting out the same videos I was about 5 days after I'd put them out. And I'm like, I know they're watching my videos and doing this every time. Like, it was, at first I was like, it's maybe just a coincidence, but it was like literally 7 videos in a row.
Hey, if you got haters, it means you're doing something right.
I don't think they were hating. I think they were just, I honestly believe they were admiring from a distance and didn't want to give me credit for it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's goals, like, hopefully, that person obviously saw your videos and was like, hey, he's doing something right. Let me try to be like that.
I was like, because I was somebody I looked up to, and I still look up to them, and I'm just like, huh, I just did that video.
Yeah.
Huh. It was funny though. Like after like around the 3rd video, I'm like, wait a minute, let me go back to my video. That's exactly the way I said that too.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like they scripted out what I said.
I guess, I know there's a lot of people who make like scripts and stuff, so I guess they just saw your video and completely scripted it from there.
They probably put my video on mute on their phone and put the captions on and was reading it as they were doing their video.
That's so funny. Like at the Oscars, like a prompt.
Right.
Can you imagine that actually? If they're like literally using a prompt to like do your videos?
You know what? There are some bigger YouTube channels out there I know have things set up like that. That have screens set up what they're gonna say.
I don't know.
I know. I'm telling you. I know for a fact that they do.
No, I'm not saying that's true, but like my channel, like, I'm not saying I'm the best fish guy. I'm not saying I'm the best YouTuber or whatever. I just give myself, like I feel like there's so many times on camera, like where I'm editing my videos and I'm like, I'm saying crazy stuff right now. Like, not even like crazy, like in like crazy content wise, like I'm just being wild. Like I'm just being so crazy. And, I think that you just be yourself, if your personality has it, you'll get it. And, kind of goes from there,
Right.
Like there's so much content in this YouTube world where like, if someone's bored, like the guy who I made my channel after, basically, who helped me, like, which basically made me like start this YouTube thing. And I just looked at my analytics. My first like year and a half, I had like literally 100 subscribers.
Right.
And October, I said I'm taking more YouTube more serious. From October till now, I've gained like 415 subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it.
So the reason why is because, and I guess take this from like, I feel like every one of my live streams I get to be like super serious, and like the fish analogies or YouTube analogies go into direct life. Like you see someone that you're jealous of or something like that, like, oh, they have a nice car, let me go out and buy a nice car. Oh, they have a nice house, let me go buy a nice house. Like I saw this guy with his YouTube channel and basically sat, had his cell phone out, talking with his camera and pointing at his fish tanks, and that's it. And that's what I used to do because I used to try and recreate what he did.
Right.
But I wasn't him. Like,
yeah, so it wasn't your personality.
Exactly. That didn't fit my channel. If I still did that today, I would not be successful. So, like, I said, you know what? Let me put my face on this and let's see what happens. And I did. And I didn't display full personality. I kind of was like how Joey DIY was in the beginning. And I'm not a shy person. Like, I'll do crazy stuff in front of people I don't know, like I'll act crazy. But I kind of also was like kind of stiff in my videos, even when I was like facing the camera a little bit. And Don Gallagher goes, "Long Island Fish Guy, I watched one of your lives and it was like a reality show. We went upstairs, we met your mom, LOL."
Don Gallagher's the man, actually. He lives in Arizona. I've met him in person. He's been to my house and picked out stuff in my fish room.
Yeah, he goes, that works for me. So yeah, I mean, so that's why I feel like my channel now, I kind of like evolved into not necessarily like where I want to be. I kind of want to have like a lot more production in my videos. I want to be able to be like a better storyteller, a little bit more vloggy, where it's like, and you learn, you learn as you go. It's like,
right.
It's like starting a new, like when you get married, you move out. You're gonna learn it. I don't know how to be married right now and live on my own. I'm in my parents' house still with a couple.
You will learn real fast. Trust me.
Great.
You'll learn real fast.
I'm so excited.
Are you guys pretty similar or opposites? Like, what is your fiance like?
No, we're pretty similar.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're pretty similar. We've been dating for like 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess kind of mentioned before earlier in the stream, I kind of wanted to get married earlier, but again, I kind of went like a little dip in my life, but I'm out of it now, and I'm definitely excited and ready to move forward and get married and all that good stuff. So,
well, that's good.
Hell yeah, man.
That's good. I'm excited for you. I mean, that was one of the best decisions that I've made, and my wife completely supports my fish hobby now. So much so that the house I'm streaming, where I'm streaming from is a separate house from my house that has a lot of my aquariums in here that I keep my stuff in. Wow. That a lot of people don't even know I have, but some people do. When I do my videos, it's usually from in here. It's more like a 300 square foot room, not so much a house, but it is a house in the sense where it's insulated, has its own heating and cooling system, has its own Wi-Fi, and obviously that's what we're doing right now. We're in here.
That's great, dude. That's sick.
Yeah,
you have your own like fish gallery, like Joey DIY.
Yeah, no, but I think his is like the actual size of a house. Like it's a big.
Yeah, is it? They always feel like the YouTube videos, like they kind of like don't really give it justice, the size.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet it's probably 1,200 plus square feet. It's probably bigger than that, actually.
Yeah. Matthew Morris Vickledge goes, "I don't know how to be single anymore. I would be lost."
Right, exactly.
And then Susan goes, "The man room, fish room. Man room, fish room." I like to call it like my man cave. Like this is like my man cave down here. Like I got like a Red Bull refrigerator, got like my tanks down here and stuff. Like what I want in a house is like a good basement. I can make a fish room and call that a day. My wife can take over any other aspect of the house.
Right. So do you plan on staying in Long Island?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You're a better man than me. I can't take the winters over there.
Yeah, they're hit or miss.
Don't get me wrong. I love Long Island. I love the food. I just can't stand the weather. Stand the weather there.
No, I hear you. The weather could be hard sometimes, but honestly, I like the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Typically right about now, the cold to me gets a little bit tiring. I'm kind of like over it at this point.
Yeah.
Um, but the good news is it gives you something to look forward to. Like, I'm really looking forward to spring and stuff and like this summer. So
Yeah, see, I like 4 seasons too. I like beginning of summer, middle of summer, kind of towards the end of summer, and then fall. Those are the seasons I get out here
yeah,
in Arizona.
I always used to hate fall, but now because of football and stuff, I love it.
Yeah, I'm not. Just you know what? I don't mind. Like the one thing I think that really killed me about Long Island is that freezing rain. That's
Yeah,
the worst. Like that's the worst thing ever. Like that if Long Island didn't have freezing rain and sub-zero temperatures and whatever, I'd probably still be there. But
yeah.
I'll be honest with you, you get a
We
lot
plan on coming
more.
here
You
soon.
get a lot more for your money in other places, and on top of that, I get to have sunshine pretty much 365 days a year.
Yeah, that's great. Bye, Susan. See you later.
Bye bye.
Um, do you plan on coming to Long Island anytime soon?
I'm not sure, but if I do, you'll definitely be the first person I call.
Excellent. Great. Oi. All right. Well, we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes.
Nice.
To be honest with you, I could probably go for another 45 minutes to an hour. But honestly, and I hate to do this, but like I am feeling like I know you can see me right now. I'm like holding this cup up to my head. I'm
So you
feeling
look like you're sweating.
I know I literally feel like I have a fever right now. So
Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah. You need
So
to go rest up.
yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. Michael, I appreciate the crap of you coming on here, dude.
I love Arizona. Matt Moore Siglis. Are you in Arizona?
He should be. I think he is.
If Matthew Moore Cichlid's in Arizona, hit me up. I would love to do a collab video.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be cool. Guys, if you are interested, go check out. He says, yeah.
Yeah, send me a message either on Facebook or it's Michael Eugenio. It's under the thing of the live. It says Michael Eugenio. Eugenio is my last name. Either hit me up on Facebook or Green Oasis Farms or whatever. Find me there. I will definitely love to do a video with you. And
Cool.
Don Gallagher, you have no excuse too. You're in Arizona. We got to do a video together.
All
All right,
right.
but it's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun.
Hell yeah,
Thank you
man.
everybody for coming and watching us just shoot the crap with each other. It's always a pleasure to talk to another Long Island guy. Even though I say Mike from Arizona in my videos, I'm really Mike from Long Island.
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.